بسم الله الحمد لله وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. So a few weeks ago, brothers and sisters, I was asked to give a lecture at a particular masjid here in the city of the GTA, let's put it that way, the Greater Toronto area, and it was cancelled. Anyways, mashallah, I was really hoping to get a chance to share the information that I collected. But, you know, Allah Ta'ala, He knows the best. Allah ya'lam wa la yu'lam. Allah knows and we don't know. So, inshallah Ta'ala, here we go. Many of us, we want to embark upon a tahajjud or al-qiyamul layl. Or some of us, they're praying tarawih, which I've never read this word in any hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. But later on, it was added. So, inshallah Ta'ala, we're going to begin, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, with the concept of excellence in ibadah. Excellence in ibadah. So, we find, ya ikhwan, the famous hadith, which is collected in many of the books of the Sunnah, and is in 40 hadith of Imam al-Nawawi. The part of the hadith that we want to take today, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, is فَأَخْبِرْنِي عَنِ الْإِحْسَانِ قُلْ أَن تَعْبُدَ اللَّهَ كَأَنَّكَ تَرَاهُ فَإِن لَمْ تَكُنْ تَرَاهُ فَإِنَّهُ يَرَاكَ. We all know this hadith, don't we? Don't we know this hadith? The Prophet ﷺ was asked to explain what ihsan is. Or he asked the stranger, what is ihsan? And the stranger was who? It was Jibreel alayhi salatu taslim. So he said it is to worship Allah Azza wa Jal as if you see Him. But if you can't see Him, know that He sees you. So from that right there, we want to stop. We're talking about, ya ikhwan, al-basir. We're talking about al-alim. We're talking about al-khabir. We're talking about as-sami'. We're talking about as-shaheed. The all-seeing, the all-knowing, the all-aware, the all-hearing, the witness of everything. Allahu tabarak wa ta'ala. So when we look at this, ya ikhwan, there is some muraqabah, some surveillance going on. None of our actions are hidden, and our heart is definitely not hidden from Allah Azza wa Jal. He sees it all. So when we look at this, ya ikhwan, this comes in the light of the scholars. They say, taqarrab ila Allahu tabarak ta'ala, to seek nearness to Allahu tabarak ta'ala. And the nearest place, ya ikhwan, is putting this on the ground and opening the heart and asking Allah for forgiveness. So we find, ya ikhwan, the question comes, do we fear Allah Azza wa Jal? Fear, at-taqwa, fi'l ma'mur wa tarq ma'dhur. Fearing and staying away from the things that He told us to stay away from, and implementing the things He told us to do. So when we look at this situation, ya ikhwan, we have at-taqwa, that's what we know. But then there's a-khasha, and then there's al-khawf. Khawf could be you're scared of a lion chasing you. That's a natural fear. Or someone pulling a knife or a gun. That's a natural fear. But al-khashya is only the fear of Allah Azza wa Jal. We need that when we're making salat. So the question comes, are we anxious? Are we cautious? Are we afraid of Allah Ta'ala? Because we need to be, brothers and sisters. We need to be afraid of Allah Azza wa Jal. And it comes down to, ya ikhwan, the issue of fafiru ilallah. Flee. What are we fleeing from? The verse doesn't say fafiru min Allah. It says fafiru ilallah. We know, though, that we're fleeing from the punishment of Allah Azza wa Jal. We should be in a state of terror. Fleeing from the adhabillah. So we say, a'udhu billah min adhabillah. We seek refuge in Allah from the punishment of Allah Azza wa Jal. So my dear brothers and sisters, this is something that I wanted to prepare for myself and for the brothers and sisters, because for us we need to upgrade our ibadah in the last few nights. So one of the concepts that as new Muslims we studied, and many of the born Muslims, they're not really aware of the Jumla Mufida, the concept of a sentence structure of a particular statement the utterance that many Muslims say, but they don't really understand the compounded meaning. So for instance, Allahu Akbar, which many of us will be saying very soon. But Allahu Akbar what? It's Allahu Akbar min kullu shay. Allah is greater than everything. And I want to know, how is it possible, and I've seen this many occasions in my 25 years as a Muslim, a brother in Salatul Jumu'ah, while I was giving the khutbah, was in Salat, Tahiyatul Masjid, and he picked up his phone. I'm in the masjid praying right now. I'll call you back. Who are you worshiping? Who are you worshiping? Could you go in a court and the judge is talking to you and your phone rings and I'm in front of the judge right now, I'll call you back? So it shows you, brothers, that there are some things that we need to know. And when we look at the situation, ya ikhwan, there's some ayat that Imam Hafiz ibn Rajab in his Jami' al-Ulum al-Hikam, in his collected sciences of wisdom, he went on to say, the verse, Allah Ta'ala went on to say, لِلَّذِينَ أَحْسَنُوا حُسْنًا وَزِيَادًا. For those who have done good will get the good reward of gazing on the countenance of Allah Ta'ala. This is serious, brothers, serious. Also, قال Allah Ta'ala, إِنَّ اللَّهَ مَعَ الَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ مُحْسِنِينَ or مُحْسِنُونَ. Allah is with those who fear Him. So when we look at these ayat, ya ikhwan, we got to look at the situation, because there are those who aren't going to get a chance to gaze upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala says, كَلَّا إِنَّهُمْ أَنُ رَبِّهِمْ يَوْمَئِذٍ لَا مَحْجُوبُونَ. Nay, surely the evildoers will be with the veiled from seeing their Lord on that day. So last night, after Salatul Isha, we prayed a couple extra prayers with the brothers. We came back home and we had to stop off to pick up one of our cars. And outside this restaurant / Shisha bar, the place was ram-packed with Muslims. Not in the masjid. Coming down to the last 10 days, they're in the Shisha bar. Now I don't know, and I don't want to know. What were they doing? Smoking the hookah? Is that going to get you closer to Allah Ta'ala? I don't think so. So my dear brothers and sisters, we need to upgrade our ibadah. And one of the ways that the scholars, they said, was steps of trying to complete. We need to have, number one, ikhlas lillahi tabarak ta'ala, sincerity. Number two, ittiba' an-nabiy sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Salah has to be on the sunnah. Number three, genuine, not fake. We're really there to worship Allah. Number four is ihsan. Number five is the greatest blessing that we can imagine, or they're called mashhad al-minna, is the blessing of al-Islam. Alhamdulillah alladhi hadana lihada wa ma kunna linahtadiya la lawla an hadana Allah. Truly, all the praise is due to Allah who guided us to this Islam. Truly, if Allah didn't guide us to this Islam, we wouldn't be from amongst the guided. So Allah gave us a great ni'mah, we should be thankful for it. Also, that we should realize that we're from the muqassirin, or the muqassirun, ya ikhwan. We fall short of the mark, we make lots of sins. That all of us are the sons and daughters of Adam, and therefore we make perpetual sins over and over and over and over and over again. So we need to make tawbah. So my dear brothers and sisters, we're about to embark upon the best days. This is just a reminder for myself and for you, brothers and sisters, that Allah Azza wa Jalla is high above His throne, high above the skies, high above the heavens. We can't fathom trying to see Allah Azza wa Jalla. We can't fathom it. But know, from high above there, He sees you and He sees me. So keep that as a reflection, and may Allah bless you and accept all your prayers. Wa akhira da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Strictly sunnah all day, every day. Assalamu alaikum. I love you.